Hello, everybody, and welcome into this afternoon's broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live here on YouTube. And this afternoon, I'm doing some play-by-play commentary of Premier League action. It is Brighton and Hove Albion hosting Crystal Palace for some Monday Night Football from American Express Community Stadium, also known as the Amex in Brighton, England. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast as we are set for kickoff. Crystal Palace to kick things off, going from right to left in this first half. Brighton, meanwhile, going from left to right. Palace in their white kits with vertical blue stripes, and Brighton in their blue kits with white shorts. All right, we're set to go. Hope all of you are having a good Monday. And let's hope for a good game here to wrap up the match day. It's been a busy weekend in the Premier League, and we'll see what this match has in store meanwhile. All right, there's the whistle, and we are underway from the Amex. Brighton against Crystal Palace. I will get to the table in a moment. And Crystal Palace currently in pretty good form. Same cannot be said for Brighton. Kevin Friend, by the way, is the referee tonight. Brighton looking to get out of, or get away from the relegation zone, I should say, as they are in possession at the moment. Here is White. This is the 8th Premier League meeting between these two clubs. 2 wins for Brighton, 2 wins for Palace, and 3 draws. As that's sent into the edge of the box by Veltman, the Dutchman. So yeah, Brighton actually undefeated in their last 5 games, and Palace, meanwhile, have lost 3 of their last 5. Sorry, I meant to say Brighton have been in good form and Palace have been struggling. I think I said I said the other way around. I apologize. It's been a long day, first day back at school since break. But I apologize. Brighton in possession. Here is Gross. But yeah, Brighton have been playing the best they've been all season long, really. This will be played out wide to Veltman. Veltman, one-touch pass, and that will head out of play for a Palace throw-in. Two minutes played. That header won by Gross. Veltman sends it ahead towards Gross, but it will go out for a Palace throw-in. All right, let's get to the starting lineups while we're at it. Sanchez in goal for Brighton. White, Dunk, and Byrne making up the back 3. Veltman, Gross, Basuma, and Alzat in the midfield. And then up top, it's Mopé, Alistair, and Trossard. Brighton, by the way, drew 0-0 against Aston Villa last time out in the Premier League, a game in which they outshot Aston Villa 26-4. For Crystal Palace, it's Guaita in goal, Mitchell, Cahill, Kouyaté, and Ward making up the defense. Eze, Milivojevic, and Riedewald in the midfield. And then it's Ayew, Mateta, who they got from Mainz, as well as Townsend up top for Crystal Palace. And Mateta unable to control the header, out for a Brighton throw-in. Crystal Palace have lost 18 of their last 20 Premier League matches without Zaha and were held goalless in 16 of those 18 losses. That's how big of a loss it is for Crystal Palace. Zaha currently dealing with an injury, and so the question becomes, where are Crystal Palace going to get their goals from? And that is a very important question. Zaha, such an important part of this team, obviously. And that's a big reason why the Crystal Palace have been struggling lately. It's a corner for Brighton, first of the game. It'll be Gross to take it. He has an option short. Trossard, that option, but he'll go into the box. That delivery out of the box, and now Brighton will work it back in. This is played wide. Gross one-touch pass back to Trossard, and he'll go all the way to the keeper, Sanchez. Yeah, Sanchez, the goalkeeper for Brighton, very interesting journey. He's been on quite a lot of teams, and now here he is at Brighton. Brighton with the majority of the possession to start this game. Here's Dunk. Yeah, Sanchez, 6 clean sheets in 13 Premier League appearances this season, and 5 of them have come in the last 6 Premier League appearances for him. Here's Trossard. Nice through ball, bouncing around. Mopé couldn't quite keep it down, and Crystal Palace take it the other way. But Brighton definitely with the better start. Mopé, one of the goal scorers up top for Brighton and Hove Albion. He might have been offsides. It was awfully close. But the flag did stay down, and the opportunity was there. This is out for a Palace throw-in. Quickly taken. 6.5 minutes played. Look at the Premier League table position entering today's match. Even though Brighton have been in good form as of late, they're still in 16th on 26 points behind Crystal Palace, who are in 14th on 29 points. That's how important this match is for both of these teams. Palace trying to get back in form, and Brighton looking to continue their nice run of form to stay away from a relegation battle that they do not want to take part in. No one wants to take part in one of those. Foul committed by Andros Townsend, and a free kick on the way for Brighton. On the ball is White, the right back, over to the captain, Dunk. All the way wide. Here is Basuma. Now it's a chance. That strike blocked. Alistair with the effort. It comes back out, and it's sent well over the bar from Basuma. A little bit of a disappointing end result, but Brighton no doubt creating chances early on. The original shot from Alistair was, rather Alzat was blocked. It was a nice job by Ward to get in the way. Perhaps Alzate had other options. Instead went for goal, though. Nine minutes played. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on this Monday afternoon, Monday night from England, of course. This is played ahead by White. Now into the middle from Veltman. Basuma will switch it. That's given away in the midfield. Unable to control, though, was Mateta. Crystal Palace barely got possession of the ball. They've really struggled early on to keep possession as Dunk will switch the point of attack. Veltman into Gross. Veltman went down. No foul called. Advantage given. Brighton still with it. Now Byrne out wide. Into the box now. It's Alistair who cuts it back. Cleared over the end line. Milivojevic got there in the end for Palace, but it will be a corner kick for Brighton. So here comes the set piece. It'll be an in-swinging delivery. Headed away by Palace. Bouncing ball now. Looking to control is Basuma. Now on it is Trossard. What's going on, Isaac? How you doing? YouTube's been fine. It's been all right. No technical glitches, so yeah, most of my streams have been fine. Yeah. 11 minutes played. Brighton against Crystal Palace. Battle near the bottom of the table for Crystal Palace. They're still, in a not a comfortable position, but in a relatively comfortable position in 14th place. Safe distance away from the relegation zone for now. However, that could change if things start to get a bit bumpy. And they have been as of late with Zaha out. And this is a Brighton team who's really hungry to keep their good run of form going. Here's a cross in by Ayew. Good defensive header. Away it goes. Dunk got there for Brighton at the edge of the area. Brighton will now work it through midfield. Now they're on the break. In the end, Alzate had no support, and Kouyaté came in with the steal. Here is Eze. Now it's Gary Cahill, the former Chelsea defender, of course. Joel Ward, by the way, for Crystal Palace, making his 205th career Premier League start for the club. That's tied for the most in club history, which is quite something. Brighton in possession. Here is the left back Byrne over to White. 13 minutes played, no score from the MX. This ball now lofted ahead and perfectly timed challenge as it's taken away in the midfield by Mateta. And in the end, Crystal Palace earn a free kick. Crystal Palace entered the match, as I mentioned, 14th in the Premier League. They're currently 7 points above the relegation zone as that long ball is dealt with by Sanchez, who came well out of his box to clear. Now a Crystal Palace throw-in. Well, Palace had a little more possession lately. This is Eze. He has it stripped away. The steal by Veltman. Veltman goes wide for Gross. Gross lifts one in, but it's beyond everyone. Chasing it down is Mope, or rather McAllister, but it's taken away. Here is Ayew, and that's out for a throw-in. It will be a Brighton throw, as it went back off of Ayew and out of play, although he clearly thought it should have been a throw-in for Palace. Quarter of an hour in, 0-0 in this one. Some Monday night Premier League action. Monday night from England, of course. Monday afternoon here. That pass off the mark, and it's out for a throw-in. Redevolved through the middle. Now chasing down is Townsend. He takes a fall. Dunk was closing in, but no foul. And it's out for a Brighton goal kick. No shots on goal for either team so far. On the ball now for Brighton is Gross. He'll find Basuma. 17 minutes played, 0-0 from Amex. This is Trossard. He'll swing it wide. Taken down by Alzate. His pass nearly stolen, but not quite. Now it's Basuma. Back for Dunk. Brighton very patient in the build-up. You can tell, though, that Crystal Palace are definitely willing to let Brighton have all the possession and force Brighton to break them down. Wide it goes. Sent into the box by Trossard. Put into a dangerous area. Now McAllister will chase it down at the edge of the 18-yard box. Now it's Alzate. Here's Veltman. And it's out of play. But some good build-up play from Brighton. You know, that last sequence there, it was a pretty good service in, but just no one on the end of the delivery. Now it's Byrne. Here is White. Basuma's pass stolen, and now Palace can break. This is their plan. It's Milivojevic driving forward. Looking wide. Townsend won't get there. Good recovery run in the end from White. And Sanchez chips it forward to Veltman. "20 minutes in, no score." Thanks, everyone, for tuning in on this Monday afternoon. Brighton 1 win, 3 draws, no losses in their previous 4 Premier League home matches. And 3 straight clean sheets as well. Veltman, the through ball. Trossard to the end line, looking to cut it back, but it deflected off of Mitchell and off of Veltman in the end for a goal kick. Crystal Palace with a throw-in. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to sort out some technical difficulties, not here on YouTube, but over on the Twitch side of things, where it's not quite, things are not quite cooperating with me, but that's all right. Townsend with it for Palace now. Townsend lofts one ahead, but that won't do anything as Brighton will clear. Wide it goes for Veltman. Veltman's been involved quite a bit down this right-hand side. Now dancing on the ball into Mopé. Mopé back to Trossard. Trossard will clip one in, but it's no problem for Guaita. No Lamptey for Brighton on that right-hand side, but Veltman has started to impress with more starts under his belt. This is Guaita, who finds Mitchell. Riedewald works it through the midfield. They turn it over. Can Brighton capitalize? Not quite. Nice work by Kouyaté. Out for a Brighton throw. McAllister takes it. Yeah, Brighton in no particular hurry. They're really waiting for their moment. Here's Basuma. Now it's back with White. Moved out wide. This is Veltman. Gross has his pass taken away. Eze can't get there. It's back with Veltman. Basuma into Mopé. Mopé goes wide. Alzate accelerating to the end line. It was a cross that caused Guaita more trouble than maybe he originally thought. However, the flag was raised as Alzate was offsides. So a free kick on the way for Palace. Yeah, the final ball just hasn't quite been there so far for Brighton. Brighton, 2 goals conceded since January 3rd. That's the fewest in the Premier League in that span. All of a sudden, since the new year, they've been really a new team. This goes wide for Veltman. Now it's White. Still no score, 25 minutes played. This is now Byrne. And once again, Alzate in an offside position. Palace just holding that high line, and Brighton really not able to do that much damage at all up to this point. Look at the live table for the bottom 6 teams. It's Burnley currently in 15th, 1 point ahead of Brighton, who are in 16th. And then it's Newcastle 2 points back of Brighton in 17th, and then Fulham 3 points behind Brighton. Fulham have been really good, looking really good lately. And Newcastle in a bit of trouble. Brighton could be as well if they get in a slump again. But as long as they keep on winning, they got those big results against Tottenham and Liverpool. That's really when Brighton started to turn things around. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It should be interesting because all of a sudden, there really does appear to be a relegation battle thanks to Fulham. But yeah, still so much football to be played in this Premier League season. Although we are winding down to the final, third of the season or so. But still so much to be determined until then. Here's Matete, who got the chance, and he scores! Out of nowhere, it's Crystal Palace who strike first. Matete with the goal. And 28 minutes in, shockingly, it's Crystal Palace who take a 1-0 lead. Wow. Completely against the run of play, really out of nowhere. It was a long ball played down the right flank. And what a goal that was. Beautiful skill for Mateta. Ayew just sprinting down the right-hand side, across into Mateta, and I don't think White had any idea where that ball was, and Mateta with an acrobatic finish. With his back to goal, able to flick it home. And it's Crystal Palace who surprisingly take a 1-0 lead over Brighton. How about that? The first career Premier League goal for Mateta, and what a goal that was. Not a bad goal to be your first if you're Mateta, who Crystal Palace got from Mainz, and he delivers. That was really the first chance of the game for Crystal Palace, and what do you know? Mateta capitalizes, and we'll see how Brighton respond now, because Brighton were completely in control, not complete control of the match, but possession-wise, they had by far the majority of the possession, They looked calm, with the ball. Really weren't letting Crystal Palace do all that much because Palace didn't have the ball, to do anything really dangerous. But all it took was that one opportunity as this shot is fired over the bar as it fell to Gross, but unable to put it on frame. Half an hour played. Brighton 0, Crystal Palace 1 here on YouTube, with 15 minutes to go in the half. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. So a goal kick for Palace. Guaita to take it. And I told you the implications in the live table, how important a win would be for both of these teams, trying to stay away from a possible relegation battle. This is stolen in the midfield. It's Ayew once again with pace down the right wing, closed in on by Basuma. And in comes Byrne, who commits the foul. And now all of a sudden it's Crystal Palace with the momentum on their side. Jordan Ayew scored the match winner in a 1-0 win at Brighton last season in the Premier League. Ayew has been with Palace for a few years now. Here comes the free kick. Crystal Palace looking to double the lead now. Wow, have things changed since that opening goal from Mateta. Here's the delivery. And it's overhit all the way out for a Brighton throw-in. Not quite what Palace were seeking there. As Veltman takes the throw-in. Back it goes to Sanchez. Into the middle, it's Basuma. Brighton looking for the equalizer. The shot's 4-1 Brighton. That one shot from Crystal Palace found the back of the net. And Crystal Palace have the only shot on goal this match. Despite all the possession Brighton have had, they haven't tested Guaita yet. Here is Gross. Now it's Dunk. Back for White. Pass forward here to Trossard. Trossard clips one in. McAllister chasing it down. And Brighton do get a corner out of it. We'll see what they can do from the set piece. Here's the in-swinging delivery. Headed clear by Palace. They had a guy at the near post. Now Trossard in the box. Laid back. Here's the strike. Just wide. Best chance yet for Brighton. It was set up nicely by Dunk. Trossard, the original ball in. Dunk laid it back. And then just unable to put it on target was Veltman, looking to curl that one in the top right corner. Not too far away. That's better from Brighton. Now Crystal Palace with it on this near side. Nicely done by Veltman as he fires it off of Mitchell to win the throw-in. Well, we're quickly approaching halftime. Still a good chunk of time left, though. About 10 minutes in change before we reach the break. This ball clipped forward. Mopé looking to chase it down. He will not get there. Instead, it's Kouyaté for Crystal Palace. And a foul is called against Byrne. Brighton, of course, led by Graham Potter, and Crystal Palace are led by head coach Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson, a long-time manager in the game of soccer, particularly in England. And that's a nudge from behind, another foul. Maybe some frustration kicking in perhaps for Brighton at this stage. That's taken away in the midfield. Here come Brighton. This is Alzate. Ten minutes to go in the half. This is played out wide. Veltman. Over to White. Now in the midfield, it's Gross. White to Byrne. Here come Brighton. It goes out wide. Now this is Veltman again. And a tug from behind, maybe worthy of a yellow card. Andros Townsend committing the foul. It looks like he'll just get a talking to on this occasion, but he'll definitely have to be careful going forward. No intention to play the ball whatsoever from Townsend. And so here comes the free kick. Gross standing over it. It's in a very promising position for Brighton, it does have to be said. Ball to the back post, headed out. Now at the edge of the box, a strike sent in by McAllister just goes wide. Not a whole lot of power generated on that effort. Oh, it did take a little bit of a deflection, actually. I believe off of his own teammate, though. Yeah, it was redirected slightly by White, but it could not be put on target. Brighton really having a difficult time putting shots on target, although no, they say it went off of Palace after all. A corner kick was granted, but on the delivery, a foul's called. Ayew down and a bit of discomfort. The challenge from Byrne is what was whistled. Free kick going out. Yeah, Byrne just leaning in a little bit. Ayew is back to his feet. And Guaita will now take the free kick. Palace up by a goal. It's Mateta's beautiful finish. That's the difference. A reminder that we have a great Premier League weekend ahead. It'll be Chelsea against Man United from Old Trafford, Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Stepping in was Riedewald, and he's in quite a bit of pain. Out for a Brighton throw. This is played out wide to Veltman. Now back to Dunk. "39 minutes in the books. Final game of this match day in the Premier League. There is a makeup tomorrow, which I'll get to at halftime. That's deflected and stolen. Townsend draws the foul, called against Veltman. It's been a bit chippy these last few minutes. Fouls on both sides. No real rhythm. Gary Cahill will take the free kick over to Kouyaté. Kouyaté finds Guaita. Guaita now plays it out wide. Header won by Byrne, but it's right back with Crystal Palace. This is clipped ahead and offsides. There was Mateta. 5 minutes remain in the opening half of play. This is White. Now it's to the near side with Veltman. Brighton attacking down this right-hand side, but in for the steal is Townsend. Townsend double-teamed, but he does win the free kick. Foul called in the end. Looking at that goal again, just a beautiful service from Ayew, and then the finish from Mateta, just brilliant. You know, the fact that he made an adjustment because the ball from Ayew was played a little bit behind him, and it's such a clever finish with his back to goal, just taking that ball in stride and in one motion putting it away for the goal. His first career Premier League goal, by the way. Not a bad one, that's for sure. Here is Dunk for Brighton. Time winding down in this first half of play. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying. Gross to Basuma. Now it's out wide. Alzate chasing this down. A little shove from behind. And a free kick given. As Kouyaté went down for Crystal Palace. 3 minutes until first half stoppage time. That cannot be kept in play by Jordan Ayew. Well, this is exactly, the first half scoreline anyways that Palace were looking for and needed in a way. Their past few matches have been very disappointing and underwhelming. Looking to get back on track, and so far so good, but still so much time left. That's given away here as it was an errant pass from Dunk. Here's Ayew out wide, defended by Basuma. Now here's Riedewald. Palace move it back into their own end. This is Gary Cahill. Cahill to Kouyaté. Now back with Cahill. He finds Guaita. Aerial header won. Basuma goes wide. Reminder that in a moment, it'll be the halftime show that's coming up next. I'll look back on the first half highlights, look ahead to the second half, and preview what's on tap over the next week in the Premier League. McAllister went down as it appeared as though Ward just landed on top of McAllister. It's a bit reckless from Ward, but I suppose he didn't know McAllister was there. Nothing was called. McAllister's back to his feet. So is Ward. Seconds away now from stoppage time. So Guaita takes the goal kick. There shouldn't be too much added time in this first half. At least you wouldn't think. Riedewald clips it ahead, headed away, and now in possession is McAllister. One minute of stoppage time here in this first half. Low driven ball in by Byrne. It was redirected by Alzate. Crystal Palace able to clear. Long ball forward sent towards Mateta. But he can't control. And now it's Brighton, maybe with one last chance. First half on the horizon. This is played out wide by Byrne. Now in the middle, it's Basuma. Wide it goes for Veltman. Veltman to the back post. Bouncing ball. Looking to get there is Byrne. Physical battle. And in the end, a corner kick is won. So we've reached the minimum of 1 minute added on in this first half. However, the corner kick will take place in what surely is the last action of this opening 45-minute frame. It's delivered in towards the back post. Guaita's there. And that's halftime. So after 45 minutes of play, it's Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Crystal Palace 1. A goal from Mateta, the difference. What a goal it was in the 28th minute. And if this result holds, Palace would go up to 13th on 32 points. Brighton looking for a turnaround at home in the second half. 45 intriguing minutes on the way. But first, it's the halftime report. That's on the way next. Don't go anywhere. The halftime report is coming your way in a few minutes' time. I'll recap the first half, look ahead to the second half, and talk about what's on tap later this week in the Premier League. Stay tuned. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody. A look at the live table in the Premier League for the bottom 8 teams. 13th is Crystal Palace. As long as they hold on for the 3 points, they'd move up to 13th on 32 points. Brighton would remain in 16th on 26 points, just 4 points clear of the relegation zone. That's how important this match is for both teams. And let's roll over the first half highlights, shall we? 18 minutes in, the first chance would come from Brighton, who really had a majority of the possession in that first half, but couldn't generate too many chances. Still don't have a shot on goal, in fact, but this would be a decent opportunity. Beautiful delivery from the right-hand side by Trossard. Trossard found Veltman, and then Veltman with a beautiful delivery across the 18-yard box, but just nobody could get on the end of it for Brighton. Then, moments later, completely against the run of play, would be Crystal Palace who'd score. Beautiful ball in from the right-hand side by Ayew, and an even better finish from Mateta. Just a great adjustment, and with his back towards goal, able to just glide this ball past the Brighton keeper, Sanchez. That is not an easy skill, folks. And Mateta made it look easy for his first career Premier League goal, the relatively new addition to Palace, making an impact. And what a big goal that is for the away side. And they're now the ones in the driver's seat. Still a lot of soccer left, obviously. The shot 6-1 Brighton. The one shot for Crystal Palace resulted in the only goal this game so far. Crystal Palace, they've barely been in Brighton's half of the field, but that's the type of, that's the way they're playing right now. The shots on goal, 1-0 Crystal Palace. So the only shot on goal resulted in a goal. This is the way Palace play. They say, you can have all the possession. We'll sit back. We'll make you guys break us down. And once we get possession, we're going to break on the counter. And that's exactly what they did for their only goal. Look at the possession statistics, 72 to 28% Brighton. I mean, that's telling right there. Brighton have had nearly all of the possession. They've had 5 corner kicks. Crystal Palace haven't had any. So all the stats tell you that Brighton are the ones that should be in the lead. However, Brighton really underwhelming in the attacking third, despite all the possession they've had, even the shots they have been able to get. They've been well off the mark. No shots on goal, as I say. It's 1-0. The visitors, Crystal Palace on top. I'll look ahead of the second half after a quick break. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Monday afternoon. Some Monday Night Football Premier League version. And it's a 1-0 lead for the visitors in Crystal Palace. A very big matchup indeed. And the Premier League action continues tomorrow with a makeup game when Leeds take on Southampton. That match at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming up next, I'll get you set for the second half of action as we inch closer to the final 45 minutes. Mateta's goal in the 28th minute, the difference between the two sides. We'll see if that holds true in the second half, or will we have some late game drama? We'll find out shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. Reminder that Wednesday night hockey in 2 days' time is a good one in the East Division, 7 Eastern Time. It's the Rangers taking on the Flyers in the NHL. But focus right now on the Premier League. Brighton, will they have a response in the second half? We'll find out shortly. 1-0, Palace in the lead. Final 45 minutes next. Welcome back in, everybody. We're just about set for the start of the second half here on YouTube. Thanks all for tuning in. 1-0 Crystal Palace lead Brighton, and we'll see what the rest of this match has in store in this crucial match indeed. It looks like a halftime substitution will be made. So a halftime change on the way from Brighton. We'll see if Graham Potter's adjustments can make a difference. It will be Danny Welbeck, the former Arsenal man, of course, coming on for Brighton. Alzate is the one who's gone off. Brighton will now go from right to left in the second half. Palace from left to right. Brighton kicking things off. Mateto, the 28th minute goal. And that's the lone goal through 45 minutes. The second half underway here on YouTube. Basuma to the other side of the pitch. Can Brighton develop some more attacking flair? Palace, by the way, 18 wins, 4 draws, no losses in their previous 22 Premier League matches when leading at the half. So they are in a very good position indeed after grabbing that first half goal and preserving the shutout up to this point. Here is White. White into the feet now of Gross. This is now Trossard. Trossard along the sideline. Keeps it in play. Keeps possession as well. Laid back to White. He'll now cross one in. Headed away. Kouyaté got there. Brighton looking to keep it. And they do. It's knocked ahead by McAllister. Now Mopé finds White. Wide it goes. This is Veltman. Brighton playing at home at the Amex, but trailing by a 1-0. Kevin Friend, by the way, the referee. Byrne ahead. He gets it back now from McAllister. Byrne crosses one in. The header blocked by Cahill. Second chance redirected in front. Sent just wide in the end by Danny Welbeck, the substitute. This is a very promising start, though, to the second half, although, in all fairness, we were saying the same about the first half. That's a great opportunity. The original header was blocked, and then Veltman put one in the mix. Welbeck was there to redirect it. Could not guide it into the bottom corner. Wasn't too far off, but still Brighton seeking their first shot on goal. This is controlled in stride by McAllister. Now it's played across the back. This is Dunk. Now Byrne. It's taken away by Palace. Down the sideline, is chased down by Ayew. He won't get there. And back with it is Dunk. This is Trossard. That pass to Byrne well off the mark. And it's out for a Crystal Palace throw-in. It's headed away by Gary Cahill. One back, though, by Brighton. And Milivojevic is called for the foul for his challenge there on Veltman. He was looking to back out of it, but I suppose did not. Maybe the slightest of touches on Veltman. Milivojevic pleading his case. However, it will be a free kick for Brighton, and this is a very good position to have a free kick. And so here comes the delivery. That's dealt with by Riedewald. Out now it goes to Trossard. And winning the throw in there is Palace. 5 minutes gone in the second half. 1-0, Crystal Palace lead. Now, and right now, in no hurry to restart, was Cahill. Will be moved all the way back to Sanchez. Now this is Byrne. Byrne finds Gross. Gross now to White. 52nd minute of play. And Gross's pass taken away by Ayew. Nice recovery, though. It's one right back by Dunk. Here come Brighton. This goes wide for Byrne. Byrne's delivery dealt with by Kouyaté. And he'll now clear it out to midfield. Back with it is Dunk. Really the same story as the first half to start the second half. Now that Palace have got that goal, they're even more content with just sitting in, soaking up the pressure, but not letting Brighton break them down. Trossard, a little dink. Now it's Byrne who is looking to take it away. Could not. And he commits a foul in retaliation. And he's not too pleased about the decision. He'll be booked as well. So a yellow card given. Yeah, so Byrne lost it, and he wanted the foul to be called originally there, and then I think in anger and frustration, he responded by committing that foul, and that's the first booking of the night. Yellow card for Byrne, 8 minutes played. Forward by Ward. In comes Gross to send it back to Sanchez. Now into the middle, it's Bissouma. Byrne to Trossard. He flicks it into the box. Challenge on Mopé. Nothing called. Mopé still down. Brighton still on the attack. This goes wide for Byrne. Byrne, ball in. Welbeck going up. Couldn't get there. And now it's taken the other way by Crystal Palace. Here is Byrne. Now it's Gross. Trossard. Strike from distance into the path of Welbeck. It lands nicely. There's the strike, and there's the goal. Finally, the home side breaks through. It was a bit of a lucky break, but Brighton will take it. It's the Dutchman, Veltman, who ties it up at 1 apiece in the 55th minute. Well, it fell to Welbeck. He couldn't quite control, but then it landed right to Veltman on the attempted, takeaway. In the end, it looked like Mitchell just lost his footing. And fortunately for Veltman, it fell right to him. Good one-time finish nonetheless. And it's 1-1 at the Amex. That's the goal Brighton have been looking for. And it's the first goal in the Premier League this season for Veltman. So we've had both goal scorers this afternoon score their first goals of the season in the Premier League. First Mateta for Palace, and now Veltman for Brighton. Brighton will now switch it. Chested down by Byrne. All of a sudden, it's Brighton with the momentum. Ball at the edge of the area. Riedewald there for Crystal Palace. And now here come the visitors. And that's out on Veltman. Throw in for Crystal Palace. Well, not the prettiest of goals by any means from Brighton, but they won't care at the end of the day. That's for sure. Mitchell will take the throw in for Crystal Palace, and now let's see how they bounce back. The possession 75 to 25% for Brighton. 10-1 are the shots. Shots on goal 1-1, and both shots on goal have resulted in goals. Well, you can feel Danny Welbeck's impact since coming off the bench. He's definitely been a presence. That's for sure. This is Veltman. Here is Gross. Played ahead by Byrne, and chasing it was Trossard. But a Crystal Palace throw-in given, much to the dismay of Trossard. Roy Hodgson not too pleased at the moment. This is played out wide. Byrne's pass did take a deflection, so it's out for a corner kick. Brighton playing with more purpose this second half. Taken to the end line here by Trossard and out for another corner. Interesting decision to play it short there by Brighton. Surely this time Gross will send one into the box. For the free kick, the referee, Kevin Friend, will have a word with Kouyaté, as well as Byrne, it appears. It is played short again. Back out. And driven ball by Gross, taken away by Riedewald. Riedewald, though, can't clear. This is Trossard. About an hour played, 1-1 between Brighton and Crystal Palace. This ball floated in towards the back post. Trossard shielding this ball along the end line. Gets it out now to Gross. Gross has his cross deflected off of Milivojevic. Now it's back with Trossard. Double team emerges. And finally, it's cleared away. All the way back with Basuma at midfield for Brighton. Here's McAllister. He'll go out wide. Great service. Mopé the header. Trossard is denied by Guaita. Bouncing ball. It's still loose. Trossard's second effort saved. Third effort denied. It's a clearance off the line, and somehow it's kept out by Palace. And Crystal Palace hanging on by a thread at this stage. Good cross by Byrne. Mopé flicked it on to Trossard, who had multiple opportunities, was denied on multiple occasions, and then finally it fell to Welbeck, and Guaita still able to stand tall and make the save. Actually, it was a sliding effort to keep that out. Guaita, the hero right there for Crystal Palace. Kouyaté, meanwhile, is down for the away side. But somehow it remains 1-1. Wow. Scott Dan is getting loose on the sideline just in case he is needed. It does seem like a more serious injury, as Kouyaté is still down at the moment. The whole complexion of the game has changed. You know, Brighton have looked more sharp in the attacking third, and what do you know? They've found the equalizer, and you feel like they're inching closer to a second goal as well. Yeah, Kouyaté's been down for a while now. It looks like his right shin is the issue. It looks like a change will be necessary for Roy Hodgson after 63 minutes of play. Kouyaté is back to his feet. And the equalizer, what a great strike it was from Veltman. Definitely a good finish, but nothing can beat out that finish by Mateta, that's for sure. Kouyaté is back on, so maybe a substitution won't be necessary here. Trossard ahead. Nice through ball, but just too far ahead. A right idea from McAllister, but out of the reach of Danny Welbeck. He applauds the effort nonetheless. It was a good slick pass. Welbeck might have been offsides anyways, as a matter of fact. Could be in again. It's cut back. Welbeck's going to get there. His shot blocked. Great sliding effort by Gary Cahill, or else it could have been a goal for Brighton. Here's the corner. Out again. Brighton will try again. Ward headed it clear for Crystal Palace. He plays it short. Ward to, or rather, McAllister to Trossard. Now it's Gross. Trossard fires one in, deflected to the back post, headed to the edge of the 6. The strike from Veltman blocked. Now it lands to Mope. Mope lays it back. That effort denied. Loose ball in the 6. And it's cleared out by Palace. But Brighton not done here on the attack. Just desperate tackling at this stage for Crystal Palace. Quick throw and taken. Brighton looking to take advantage. Nothing going there as it's cleared away. "66 minutes played." Here is Sanchez all the way up, well out of his box for Brighton. Here's Trossard. Looks like Adam Lallana, the former Liverpool player, of course, is set to enter. So Lallana will come on, and he will replace McAllister. Second change made by Graham Potter tonight. So we'll see what type of impact Lallana can make off the bench. One substitution left for Brighton. Gary Cahill, meanwhile, looks like he's having his bloody nose worked on. And this will be a free kick quickly taken by Brighton. Mope clips it forward. Back into the possession of Brighton, but now it's Palace who take it away. But that will not be chased down by Jordan Ayew. Nice recovery in the end by White. And here come Brighton the other way. It's played out wide by Lallana. We're past the 3/4 mark of this match. That's knocked out a play by the left back, Mitchell. Definitely a one-sided second half up to this point. So Cahill is Still having that bloody nose worked on. So Palace right now playing down a man. We'll see how much longer that remains the case because Crystal Palace need every man they can out there at the moment. Here's Byrne. Good ball in and just over from Lallana. He came sweeping in, looking to make an immediate impact. And that was not too far away. Lallana claiming it took a deflection. We're now into the final 20 minutes of play. That's not the first time we've seen Brighton with an opportunity and they just can't keep it below the crossbar. In the last Premier League meeting between these two teams back on October 18th, it was a 1-1 draw. McAllister scored the equalizer in the 90th minute for Brighton. It was late drama in that one. Is there late drama in this one tonight? It's taken away by Brighton. Trossard, the through ball. Here is Lallana. He cuts it back for Trossard. 1-2. Trossard to Lallana. Now out wide for Gross. Here's the delivery. Sent in by Byrne. And a corner kick given. Last off of Mitchell, who contested Danny Welbeck. Here comes the corner. Can Brighton take the lead for the first time tonight? Here's the outswinger. Headed just wide in the end by Dunk. But it does stay in play. Chased down by Mopé. Mopé with the nutmeg. Now in space. Mopé goes for goal. Deflected into the hands of Guaita. Not the best decision in the end. It has to be said from Mopé, who went for the near post, but no problem in the end for the keeper, Guaita. He definitely appeared to have better options. Here's a throw-in on the far side for Crystal Palace. Mitchell will take it. And that is all the way down to Guaita for Palace. This game up for grabs at the moment. Sent in by Eze. Headed clear by Brighton. The possession not changing much. Still heavily in favor of Brighton, 76 to 24%. The shots 22 to 1. However, the shots on goal just 5-1 Brighton. But at the moment, it's all Brighton. This whole second half has been dominated by the home team. You just feel like it's only a matter of moments before they get that second goal. We shall see. "74 minutes played. Crystal Palace throwing on the far side. It's quickly taken. Under a bit of pressure is Eze. It's a takeaway by Welbeck. Mopé just got it caught up underneath him. And Guaita's there to clear. Another takeaway by Brighton. Crystal Palace look all out of sorts, although they do win it back. Here's Riedewald. Riedewald goes wide. A nice read there. With the steal, it's Veltman. Veltman, great square ball. Lallana the strike. He had time and space, but sent it over. He will want that one back surely. It's a couple of chances now for him. And my goodness, what a chance that was. And now we'll see Roy Hodgson make his first change of the afternoon. It will be Christian Benteke to replace him. Well, not a bad night for Mateta, his first Premier League goal. What a goal it was. But will that goal be enough for Palace? That's the question. The header won. And now it's Crystal Palace with it. This is Mitchell. We're into the final quarter hour. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. Here come Brighton. It's played out wide for Byrne. Now it's Gross. Here's Dunk. Gross again. Flicked on by Lallana. Couldn't connect, and now it's Riedewald the other way for Palace. That's taken back by Brighton. This is Mopé. Mopé wide for Trossard. Great combination play. Can Mopé get there? Not quite. And Ayew is fouled from behind. Foul committed by Byrne. As he and Ayew exchange words after 13 minutes until second half stoppage time. Well, Graham Potter can't be too disappointed with his team. You know, it hasn't been a pretty game by any means, but Brighton are on the verge, you feel, of getting that game winner. But as we get into the latter stages of this match, it's, you know, the question is begged, can they get that late winner, as Benteke's effort from way out is off the mark? Well, Christian Benteke is the one guy you feel that can provide a spark for this Crystal Palace team up top. Wasn't a bad effort, to be quite honest. Just couldn't put it on frame. Not necessarily controlled strike. Now Brighton will work it the other way. This is Byrne. Byrne lofts it over the top. Chasing it down is Trossard, but he will not get there. However, it is off of Palace. A Brighton corner kick on the way. Nope, scratch that. It is a goal kick. Excuse me. Guaita will take the Crystal Palace goal kick. Sent across midfield. Brighton now with it. This is White. Wide it goes to Byrne. Now Dunk. That pass out wide won't get there. Now it's in the control, though, of Bissouma. Brighton throughout the whole game with so much of the possession. Now at the edge of the area, Trossard connects with Lallana. Lallana back for Bissouma. Now it's Gross. 10 minutes to play. This is out wide with Byrne. Byrne flicks one ahead. Nice control by Trossard, but he's shielded away by Kouyaté, and a goal kick is the end result. Another change. It'll be Jahanbash who replaces Gross. No subs remaining now for Brighton. They've used all three with about 9 minutes left plus stoppage time. Yeah, Trossard's had a good game for Brighton. He's still out there. But, perhaps he's the one who gets the game winner. He's looked really dangerous down that left-hand side. He's had 3 shots, 2 of them on goal. .81 minutes played. So that'll go out for a Brighton throw. Here's the throw-in taken by Brighton. Into the middle, it's Dunk. Dunk out wide for Byrne. And that's an errant pass out of play for a Palace throw-in. We'll see if this game has late drama in store. That can't be kept in play by Riedewald. And a Brighton throw-in here. It will be Byrne to take the throw-in. Byrne gets it back. Now it's out wide with Lallana. Here's Bissouma. White. Here's Veltman. The 83rd minute now. White to Bissouma. Headed forward by Byrne. Along the end line, Trossard will win a corner. Only 3 goals off of headers for Brighton this season, which is a bit surprising. They like to play it short. Trossard gets it back from Jahanbash. The referee got in the way of Jahanbash, and here comes Eze for Crystal Palace. And a clinical foul committed by Veltman. And that will be worthy of a yellow card. So Veltman, the goal scorer, shown yellow. Yeah, a bit of a smart foul there by Veltman, as I said, because Eze was streaking forward, and who knows what would have happened. Because it could have been a dangerous situation for Brighton. as they were looking to recover defensively. Here's Dunk. Long ball out wide. Flicked on, and Jahan Bosch won't get there. Sent out a play for a Brighton throw-in. Gary Cahill has been back out there for a few minutes now, as that nose stuffed. Still some blood, it looks like, coming out. And that's a goal kick. Perfectly timed challenge by Mitchell on Jahan Bosch. 5 minutes remain, plus stoppage time, of course. Yeah, Mitchell's in a bit of pain here. Yeah, I suppose the way, Roy Hodgson approached this game shows you the state of Crystal Palace right now. They're playing a team that's 3 points below them, yet, a point is ultimately what they want, and they're just sitting back with no real intent to get the win. A point would take them to 30 points on the season. Here's Adam Lallana. Now it's Welbeck at the edge of the box. Floated in by Lallana. Slips through. Now to chase it down is Byrne. Byrne to the corner flag. Townsend is helped out by Ward. And it's out for a Brighton throw-in. Here is Basuma. His cross cleared away. That'll go out for another Brighton throw. A reminder that the Premier League action does not stop. Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. It's Chelsea against Man United in a big one from Old Trafford. The Champions League race is very much on in the Premier League, even though the title race may not be. And that pass delivered with too much pace, out for a Palace throw-in. The final product, for the most part, just hasn't been there tonight for this Brighton team. They did get that goal early on in the half from Veltman. But other than that, it's been a lot of disappointment, despite the domination possession-wise. "88 minutes played. Stoppage time approaching quickly." Here is Trossard. He finds White. Now it's Trossard, through ball. Welbeck takes it nicely, lays it back. Jahan Bosch has his shot deflected just wide. Crystal Palace holding their breath for a moment there. And what a chance that was. Great turn by Welbeck. Set up Jahan Bosch nicely, and the sliding tackle actually deflected that shot wide. What an effort by Gary Cahill. "13th corner of the game for Brighton. Crystal Palace haven't had a single corner kick on the other hand." Driven ball, bouncing towards Welbeck, and out it goes for another corner. The chance is still there for Brighton to grab a late winner. Can they do it? $30 left until stoppage time. Nobody coming for it. It is kept alive, though. Here is Basuma. Lallana looking for options. And that pass off the mark, something that cannot be afforded at this point in the game. Looks like Roy Hodgson is set to make his second substitution. McCarthy will come into the match. We are into stoppage time. How much will be added is still a question. 5 minutes. There's the answer. Looks like the substitution won't be made quite yet. As that ball's headed out. It looks like Eze will be coming off for Palace. That will indeed be the case. Yeah, a quiet night for Eze, who does have plenty of skill. Just wasn't quite his night. And so McCarthy is on for the final 4 minutes or so. (1-1) between Brighton and Crystal Palace in the late stages. This is controlled by Veltman. Can a late winner be salvaged for Brighton? Or will Crystal Palace hold on for a point they'll very much take? If this result holds, Brighton will feel like they've lost and Crystal Palace will feel like they've won based on how this match has played out. Here is Veltman. And that's a pass well off the mark. 3 minutes to go. Crystal Palace will take plenty of time here on the goal kick. We're halfway through stoppage time. It's been a very strange season for Crystal Palace because, for example, with Zaha, and even minus Zaha, this is still a team that can play good soccer. But lately, the trend has been on the down. And tonight's performance is not a good sign for Palace fans, that's for sure. 2 minutes remain. Welbeck goes down. A free kick will be given. Sorry, Basuma went down. Foul against Jordan Ayew. Brighton looking to hurry up. They want the winner late. A minute to go. Here is Jordan Ayew. Ayew driving forward. Here come Palace all of a sudden. First time in a while they've been in Brighton's half. This is crossed in by Riedewald. At the back post, it's a Benteke strike that finds the back of the net. And would you believe it? It's Crystal Palace who are going to come away with the 3 points. Unbelievable at the Amex. And Graham Potter sits down in disbelief. It's just an extraordinary ending, completely against the grain. It just seemed impossible, didn't it? Crystal Palace hadn't ventured into the attacking third in about 20 minutes, probably. And then just completely against the run of play. Townsend with the delivery. And then Benteke at the back post. The one-time finish. It is a nice finish. It does have to be said. But an undeserved 3 points for Palace, who were completely outplayed on the night. But that's the way football is sometimes. It can be unfair. And Brighton will be extremely disappointed. A toss of the water bottle from Graham Potter. A smile of delight from Roy Hodgson. He seems surprised just as much as all of us are. Just unbelievable. Wow. And the final whistle will come any moment now. An absolutely devastating defeat for Brighton. And with the form Fulham are in, they could be thrown right into the relegation battle sooner rather than later. We've played 6 minutes of stoppage time now. It's only a matter of time before that final whistle is blown. Here's the free kick taken by Kouyaté. This is sent down the line. Ayew wins the ball. Ayew step over, can't get it by Bissouma. Do Brighton have enough time to get it to the other end of the pitch? No, they can't. The header by Milivojevic. The final whistle blown by Kevin Friend, and it's a shocking result. You would have never guessed that Crystal Palace would come away with the 3 points based on how this match played out. But they do. It's Brighton 1, Crystal Palace 2. And it's Brighton who remain in 16th place on 26 points, and a huge 3 points for Crystal Palace as they move to 13th place on 32 points. Mateta and Benteke, the goal scorers for Crystal Palace. Veltman's goal put Brighton in a position to get the winner late, but it was a reversal of the roles as Crystal Palace were the ones who got the late winner. And Brighton now stand just 4 points ahead of the relegation zone. Fulham creeping up on both them and Newcastle. A very interesting bottom of the table that's shaping out now. And a relegation race forming that we didn't see happening about a month ago. It looked like Fulham were down and out, but that's far from the case now. What an away victory for Crystal Palace. I mean, Brighton did not deserve to come away empty-handed, but that's the way it went down. Just unbelievable, isn't it? 2-1 the final. Unbelievable scenes on this Monday night in Brighton. Benteke is the hero. Surprise, surprise, the substitute makes an impact, scores the game winner. And just a shocking result. Has Brighton completely dominated the game, but Crystal Palace come away with all 3 points. Reminder that tomorrow Premier League action continues. A rescheduled fixture between Leeds and Southampton will take place at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And then this weekend, more action. Saturday, 7:30 a.m., Manchester City hosts West Ham. Then at 10, it's West Brom against this Brighton team will look to bounce back. At 12:30, it's Leeds against Aston Villa. Then to wrap up the day at 3, Newcastle hosts Wolves. Then on Sunday, the big one, 11:30 a.m., Chelsea against Manchester United. And what should be a great match from Stamford Bridge. Well, the rest of Sunday looks like this. 7 a.m. It's Leicester against Arsenal and Crystal Palace against Fulham. At 9, Tottenham takes on Burnley. At 11:30, as I mentioned, it's Chelsea, Manchester United. And then at 2:15, Sheffield takes on Liverpool. Next Monday to wrap up the weekend at 3, it'll be Everton against Southampton. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast, as that will do it. As I am Samuel Reese signing off. But before I do, let's just quickly go over that game-winning goal. What a goal it was. 95th minute, despite the lack of opportunities Crystal Palace have had, they did capitalize on the few they did have. That does have to be said. And what a ball in from Townsend. And the strike is just a beautiful one. One-time finish. Benteke back across the face of goal, tucking it in to the bottom left corner. Pure delight on the face of Roy Hodgson. And a look at some full match stats. Unbelievable. The shots 25-3 Brighton. The shots on goal 5-2. Brighton had 12 corners. Crystal Palace didn't have any. The possession 75-25% in favor of the home team. And listen to this. 615 passes completed for Brighton. Just 163 for Crystal Palace. Completely lopsided. But it's the team that dominated that come out with no points. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now. I'll be back tomorrow for Champions League action. Can't wait. Hope to see you then. It should be a great one between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid.